This episode highlights the remarkable life of Hermann Krumbiegel, the man who designed the tranquil landscape of Mahatma Gandhi's Samadhi at Raj Ghat and played a pivotal role in transforming Bangalore into the Garden City of India. His accomplishments are both vast and enduring. They include the iconic Brindavan Gardens at KRS, the historic Lalbagh Gardens in Bangalore, the majestic entrance arch of Mysore Palace, Jubilee Park in Jamshedpur, the BBMP headquarters, and the ITI Corporate Office in Bangalore. His vision is manifest in stone, water, and greenery. While his list of achievements is extensive, this episode focuses on the lasting contributions of a visionary who reshaped India's landscapes and public spaces. Gustav Hermann Krumbiegel was born in the quiet town of Lohmen, Germany, a place that would soon give the world a visionary who would leave his mark across continents. His early years were steeped in learning. He studied in Wilsdruff and Dresden before training in horticulture at Pillnitz, where his fascination with plants and landscapes took root. By 1884, the young Krumbiegel had already begun his professional journey in Schwerin. Soon after, from 1885 to 1887, he honed his craft as a landscape gardener in Hamburg, shaping gardens that reflected both discipline and imagination. His talent and ambition carried him further west, and in 1888, he crossed into England, an era that would define his future. In London, he designed exquisite flower beds at the famed Hyde Park, a canvas where color and geometry came alive. His brilliance earned him a place on the staff of the prestigious Royal Botanic Gardens at Kew, where he not only nurtured rare species but also taught as a lecturer. Even in his spare hours, his thirst for knowledge remained unquenched. He pursued studies in architectural design at Kensington University, blending science with art. Then, in 1893, at just 26 years of age, destiny called him to India. Arriving on its shores with youthful determination, he was soon joined by his English bride, Katie Clara, barely 18 years old. Together, they embarked on a journey that would weave their lives into the fabric of India's history and transform its landscapes forever. Gustav Hermann Krumbiegel began his Indian chapter as the curator of the botanical gardens in the princely state of Baroda, later contributing to the government botanical gardens at Uttarakhand, where he redesigned key landscapes. By 1907, his expertise drew the attention of Krishnaraja Vodeyar IV of Mysore, who appointed him as economic botanist and superintendent of Lalbagh Gardens, succeeding John Cameron. Here, Krumbiegel introduced a wealth of new plant species and masterminded the design of the iconic Brindavan Gardens at KRS, reviving the grandeur of Mughal-style landscaping. His influence extended to institutional development as well, playing a pivotal role in the establishment of the Mysore Horticultural Society in 1912. This phase marked the beginning of his transformation from a skilled horticulturist to a visionary who reshaped South India's botanical and civic heritage. Although horticulture was his primary focus, Gustav Hermann Krumbiegel often expanded his expertise into architectural design. The Diwan of Mysore appointed him as an architectural consultant, despite objections from the British resident. During World War II, when Mirza Ismail engaged him as a consultant for Mysore, Jaipur, and Hyderabad, strong protests arose from the British authorities due to Krumbiegel being German. He was interned in prisoner of war camps twice, with the intent of deportation. Women associated with German families were placed under house arrest, but the Maharaja of Mysore intervened on their behalf. In recognition of Krumbiegel's contributions, the Maharaja later commissioned a painting and a bust of him, both of which are now preserved in the Mysore Palace. His work and reputation also earned him the admiration of visiting royalty, who gifted him tiger cubs and elephant calves as tokens of respect. In addition to these roles, Krumbiegel served as a visiting professor of architecture and civic design at the College of Engineering in Mysore. He made significant contributions to Bangalore, including the design of ornamental structures at Lalbagh, such as balustrades, arches, staircases, bridges, pedestals, vases, and fountains. He also identified the site for the Vedhana Sodha and influenced several key urban planning decisions for the city. After retiring in 1932, Krumbiegel remained in Bangalore as a consulting architect and horticultural advisor. His final professional commission, undertaken at the age of 90, was to design the landscape for the Raj Ghat Memorial Gardens in Delhi, commemorating Mahatma Gandhi. Krumbiegel passed away in February 1956 and was buried at the Methodist Cemetery on Hosur Road, Gate 1, Krumbiegel Road, which borders the Lalbagh Botanical Garden, serves as a tribute to his legacy. Among his lasting architectural achievements is the Janata Bazar building on KG Road, a landmark that has stood for 83 years and is steeped in mystery. In the next episode, we will explore the suspenseful and thrilling story hidden within its walls. Step into Bangalore's hidden past, where every untold story feels like a journey through a time machine. Don't miss the chance to uncover mysteries and rediscover the city's soul. Subscribe now, and let history speak to you again and again.